Check out our online training programs. If you're a competitor in CrossFit, check out TTT Compete. For those of you that want to look good and feel good, check out TTT Fitness. Head to trainingthinktank.com for more info.
Training Think Tank Throwdown!
Yeah! Wow! Welcome to a new episode of Training Think Tank Throwdown, Christmas edition!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! On this week's Throwdown, we have the entire Training Think Tank crew demo this workout.
All of them.
We've got a whole bunch of stuff, but most importantly, Snowman drawings.
Let's go to the whiteboard and see that workout.
And we have a fun Christmas Throwdown for you, but it is complicated, so you're gonna have to follow along with me. This is for time with a partner. You are going to do a workout while drunk. While as drunk as you can be, while you are drawing a snowman. So with your partner, you will do it 100 total double unders. You can break that up however you would like. Once you finish the double unders, one of the partners must draw on a whiteboard a base snowball in a plank position. When you watch the video, you will understand what that means. Then you will move on to a 75 cal row. The row can be performed any way, split up any way, but once you finish that, you will then draw a body of a snowball. Then it will be 50 burpees, again, broken up any way, into a head of the snowball. Then you will go back to double unders, broken up any way, and then a partner will draw a hat, 75 cal row, someone will draw the eyes, and here's where things change a little bit. 50 air squats, but you'll see the little asterisks. You will do 50 air squats synchro. Pull that camera down, Chris. So these are 50 total, but synchro into 100 double unders, mouth, 75 cal row, pipe, 50 burpees, the arms, 100 double unders, buttons, 75 cal row, scarf, and then we switch it up again, 50, this says lunge steps, but it's in place lunges, and those will also be synchro. Watch the entire video so you know exactly how we did it. This is just for fun, but see if you can beat our time.
Hey, we're back! If you want to get on the leaderboard or check out the movement standards for this workout, look in the description down below.
As the year wraps up, we are about to start our open prep cycle.
Let's go.
January 3rd, TTT Compete. What do you got to say about it, Travis?
I mean, this is the time. If you want to sign up and get better, do you want to participate in the open, win? Who knows what you want to do? But you do. So come sign up, join the program. We want you with us.
There's only one winner.
There's multiple, there's quarterfinals, semifinals, open. You could have like 7 winners this season.
Let's go watch the workout.
3, 2, 1, 0.
What did I do last time?
Oh, hello!
Well,
it's me, Travis.
Earlier.
All right, we got a Christmas Throwdown. Merry Christmas to everyone around the world.
All right, so we got Where's Waldo? The gold drink over here.
Basically what he looks like.
You got Brandy, the only two that decided to participate with dressing up.
You know what? At least they gave an effort.
The Rogers are wearing...
They're matching.
They're wearing
That's
green
fair.
and red,
Red.
but that's just like what they normally wear.
I don't know if they'd wear
I don't
that
know. I don't
combo.
think Adam ever has worn green and red.
Parrot and Chris are wearing green and red. It's just more
I feel like that's typically like
earth-toned.
Max. When
So
Max
it's-
wears a purple shirt or something, it's the strangest thing. You're like, you only wear black.
That is, well, he used to only wear black. Now he wears all these colors. So every team did 50 double unders,
there
50
goes the
double
hat.
unders, except for Perrin and Chris. Perrin did all 100, and Chris is already sitting on the rower. Which strategy do you like best, Mia?
I think for Perrin and Chris, that's a good strategy because she's a smaller athlete, so he's probably
He's
doing
gonna row
more
more.
rowing.
Yeah.
But it looks like it didn't make any difference time-wise.
Yeah, I feel like
Everyone finished at the same time.
you have enough time after the double unders to switch, unless you're just that bad at double unders that you need.
Yeah, well, both me and Kyle are terrible at double unders, but we still did 50 and 50. You know, most people probably don't really want strategy for this. They're looking at it, it's like, oh, it's all body weight, it's gonna be easy. I can promise everyone that's watching this that this workout was very, very challenging. I was like completely crushed by the end because there's nowhere to hide. Like you're moving if you want a good score and like Kyle and I
Joe's
wanted to
laughing.
win.
I'm assuming it's something Mike's saying.
Mike was talking trash the entire time, and I wish we had volume on this. Chris, can we get volume on
No,
this?
I think we should not put volume on this.
There were some things said that were pretty hilarious.
Oh, look at this
Look at
team
this-
down here.
yeah,
look at
this
these
technique here.
Goodness. Oh, let's see the transition.
So a male team has to do 75 cals each time. So the way that Kyle and I split it up is 25, 25, 15, 10. And I said, hey, I'll take more of the calories row, but that means that when we get done with the rowing portion, Kyle had to do the burpees first. So basically that's the way that we offset it. Some of the male-female teams switched it up a little bit differently just because the males are gonna row faster. So depending on your team, come up with a strategy that works. The row is probably the biggest separator in the workout.
Yeah, and I feel like you spend a lot of time there relative to
just
all the
in
other
general.
movements.
I
That's
mean,
where
it's
you're spinning.
300 cows of rowing, and to have a good score, like we were pulling over 2,000 almost the entire time, which was pretty aggressive.
We still haven't discussed 50% of your score, which is your snowman.
That is very true. So for those that have not yet seen the workout or just briefly listened to Mia when she talked about this in the intro, after each movement, someone has to be in a plank and they have to draw a portion of the snowman. So basically you start with the base and you work your way up until you get to the eyebrows to finish. But like Mia said, half of the score is the snowman.
The quality of your snowman.
So you better have a good looking snowman.
Yeah,
Or all the people that are shaking when they're like,
I'm going to be honest. There was, in my opinion, looking at these at the end, there was only one that was halfway decent, and that was the Rogers. I think everyone else did a very bad job, and I will admit that Kyle and I did a terrible job.
Your snowman,
because you guys are just trying to go fast.
all
on
your
the
balls
workout.
were the same size.
It's funny because we started and I was like, hey Kyle, you draw the base first and make it big, and then when he drew it, it was like a tiny, it looked like a 0 or something. I was like, dude, that's like, there's no proportion
Can
there.
you erase? I
Kyle
feel like
doesn't
that's a
do
good question.
drawing.
Can you erase? But do you have to go back and do the movement before? If you're like,
think-
oh, I want to redo the snow or the base,
This
do
is
you
a-
have to do
This is a
double
Christmas
unders
workout,
in?
man.
Yeah,
Come on,
but
no
you-
stipulations.
Well,
Have some
it
fun.
might be.
Go fast.
You definitely want to strategize to put your best drawer in the drawing positions.
That is very true. The problem is that most male teams, at least I would assume, will not have good draw. How do you
Brandy's
say
is-
that word?
Drawings?
Drawers.
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 Look how fast Brandy is.
Yeah,
I'm so
Brandy's
proud.
fast. Look at that. And her base and body start to look pretty good. Let's see. Oh, Tracy's cheating here, not holding a plank, ladies and gentlemen.
She's switching
She
it
hasn't
out.
started.
Oh, she's not in a plank. She's not in a plank.
She hasn't drawn yet.
Oh.
It's in a future round.
Oh.
She's not cheating.
Oh, she's not cheating.
She was taking the cap off the
She
marker.
is.
That's
Oh, there we
that's
go.
Per.
We got it. The quality plank has begun.
Look at this speed by Kyle.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna work on some opening up over there.
I would say most people were.
Kyle over
I
there.
am not doing that.
What, not talking to him? Oh, look at the speed.
it's just-
If
I
there's
love
one
it.
thing I always know, Brandon Dorman's speed on burpees is there.
I basically am doing like a pseudo worm, which I think actually makes a lot of sense for those that are have the right body proportions and can get down to the ground fast.
I mean, you can see Becky kind of does the same
Yeah.
thing. Pushes the worm
She's
of the
practiced
chest,
that.
keeps the hips down, and then
if you can
straight
get
up.
your shoulders to the ground first and almost like
All
hump
right.
the ground, it makes
That's
sense.
not better.
It's not better. I was about to critique him.
Adam?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I really was trying to open up.
You're
Well,
like
and
a
because you know
flying
Chris is standing right there.
squirrel when you do that, Brandon. That's what you remind me of.
You'll notice in the like far back, Mike is doing these, and Mike and Brandy burpee the same way, where they have a really wide stance. I kind of have
they're
a
in
wide
a
stance.
split.
Yeah, it makes sense that the only standard is full extension at the top, and your feet don't matter. But in most cases, you're gonna have to jump to 12 inches or jump over a bar, so that wide stance doesn't really make sense.
Oh.
Off
Here
the
we go,
double unders.
off the double unders. Well,
Does
one
he
thing
just
I would
focus
critique
on
on
you guys
Brandon
the whole
is just he should really work on bringing his hands down. So if you are wanting some actual feedback,
Yes,
think
please
about
give that
trying
to
to
me.
keep your hands by your hips the whole time and not use your forearms and shoulders as much.
Yeah, I don't really think anybody. Maybe Mike has some really good technique. Everyone else is kind of flares with their arms. But if you want to watch someone, watch Travis do them because he's really good at keeping his elbows still. For me, I don't do double unders ever anymore, so it's really hard to do that without tripping.
Yeah, I mean, I think always a big cue too is even when people go into the double unders, they always look up. And when
Yeah.
you look up, you're opening your shoulder and moving the whole hand position. That you should be looking like 6 feet down in front of you, like on the ground, and that allows your shoulders to be rolled forward and kind of allows you to be relaxed. I think that's like the one movement. I was about to make fun of her again for not playing it, but it's like the one movement that it's like roll your shoulders forward, allow that position to happen and take place. Like, yeah, Mike's got a pretty good
Yeah, he does
position.
a
You can
pretty
see
good
it
job.
just on his wrist. Like he can keep his arms in a little bit more if you're like really critiquing it. But overall, I'd say he's pretty good. You can see Perrin has a lot of movement with her hands too.
Yeah, one of the other things too, since we're on the double unders, is a lot of us, especially from just not practicing them enough, kind of bring our feet forward. It's almost like not as noticeable as maybe someone that's brand new to double unders, but that little pike position. So that's another thing to think about. I've really tried to clean that up because that's the hardest thing for me is once I get tired, I want to raise my feet and then I'm like jumping super hard. Whereas again, if you watch Travis or someone else that's really good, it's almost like they're just like doing, it's a cyclical movement for you as opposed to like a lot of energy into the ground.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Brandy's transition? Double under into Snowman.
Yeah.
So
Their
fast.
Snowman looks really good too, by the way.
So far, but it, when Mike
can you
draws, it's not
add
very good.
extra? Like, could you add a Christmas tree in the background?
Yeah.
Is it like
Started with Merry Christmas already written on there, so I think they're just
Oh, if you can't hear him, Chris said that they already started with Merry Christmas on their board, which is a automatic disqualification. They finished in second, therefore they now are in last place.
You just
Sorry,
can't.
McGoldricks.
You can't use the Merry Christmas as part of your judging into the
Well, you have to.
Snowman.
It's part of the board.
What would Liam think?
My parents are cheaters. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, as they say. Well, you're back onto the row again.
I love this commentary. A nice, fun, full coaching staff at TTT.
We're
doing all
only
this
7
throwdown.
minutes in. There's so much more left.
It's okay.
I will say, for those that do want to be competitive, I would make this a fun competitive workout on Christmas Day with some friends or whatever. The row is the biggest separator, no matter what, because everyone's going to keep a very similar pace on the double unders. Everyone's going to keep a similar pace on the air squats and the lunges. If you can come up with a strategy that allows you to keep a fast turnover on the row, even if that means a couple more switches in between, like your partner, that's going to make more sense because, again, if you're going 2,200 as a male, I mean, you're making up
You're pulling
a
hard.
ton of time on someone that maybe is going 13 or 1,400 because they want to do 40 or 50 cows at a time.
Yeah,
What
don't
was
do
your
that.
break? Did you do calorie break or
Yeah,
did
so we
you
did-
do time?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Is we did a calorie break, so it was 25 cows, and then I did
that's
15,
still a lot.
and
Yeah.
then Kyle did 10.
I would probably do, well, for a female team,
sure.
like 12s.
Yeah. And I mean,
Get
if
in
you're
and out.
pulling close to 2,200, 25 cows still takes you just over a minute.
Yes. So we talked about that, just so everyone knows. We basically said, hey, do you want to do 10s or 15s, or just one big set and then go down to a smaller set, which was what our 15 and 10 was. We both said that we could hold over 2,000 for 25 to start, so that's, I mean, it just made more sense because even at 10 or 15, we would only go up to maybe 2,500, so
Yeah.
the difference there wasn't enough. Oh, Chris
Look
looking
at
back.
all this.
Look at all
these
this great
people.
rowing.
That's what I'm talking about.
1,800, like some good paces.
I don't know if we mentioned this, but Mike had the outfit on, and
Yeah,
now,
but now it's gone.
Yeah, he took it off.
So,
after.
Mike, another disqualification for not keeping your outfit on.
Has anybody ever been disqualified from the same competition twice?
It was the first for everything.
Come on,
In
McGoldrick.
Mike's defense, doing double unders with suspenders that's just like
Well, I
wedge
mean,
in the
he
city.
did choose. Well, let's look at Brandon's squat over here. He looks like he's going to prison. Put his arms on his head.
Honestly, I said that the workout was hard, but these squats were probably the worst part. I was burning so bad, like 20 in, and Kyle's like, let's go to 50. I was like, all right, man.
They're right with you.
Yeah.
Well,
They were keeping
their
the
speed's a
pressure
little
on.
faster, too.
Let me tell you something. They were right with us. But we'll see what happens.
I think I know.
Actually, what happened, you guys won't be able to hear it, but Mike started talking trash to Kyle, and then Kyle,
You got
like,
tired? Oh.
Kyle, well, yeah, that
At
too.
what point did he start talking
I think
trash?
it's the next set of burpees. But then Kyle just kept looking over, and he was just like pacing off of them the rest of the time. I was like, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Do you think they would have been better off just holding hands and doing the squats
You know,
together?
Chris and Perrin did that for a couple sets, but it almost looked like uncoordinated because they're.
Or you
their
could just put your
cadence was
hands
off.
on like each other's
Yeah,
shoulders
and
and
help.
rest. Yeah, lift them up a little.
But then you have to keep them up and your shoulders get tired.
That's true. Oh, look at Brandon with the double under speed. This rope's too long, ladies and gentlemen.
It is very long.
Yeah, you're
Mike
doing
and-
a full bicep contraction.
Look at my biceps.
I know you can see his biceps through the shirt, which is very impressive.
That's the only thing that matters. Mike and Brandy were telling me after the workout, they were both doing the air squats and they did them unbroken. But Mike was saying, I really want to tell Brandy to slow down. And Brandy said, I was thinking the exact same thing. So it's funny, it's almost like the power of working out with someone else. Not that
Feel
it's always
obligated
good,
to go
yeah.
faster, yeah.
Not that it's always good to go fast, but I do think there's a way to push yourself when you're working with a partner, especially someone that can hold you accountable.
You should always go fast, right, Brandon?
Yes. You know, I just noticed that these are like all couples.
Yeah,
Well, I
did you
guess-
notice they flip-flop clothing color options? Have you noticed that?
I wonder if they did that on purpose.
They had to.
I guess Kyle and me could be a couple, right, Mia?
You guys basically
whatever.
are.
Yeah, no Christmas colors. Dark, depressed,
Let's wear
Yeah.
our black shirts.
real festive over here.
All right, so we are.
Oh, miscommunication.
They cleaned it up well.
Chris trying to
Great.
get out one rep early.
We are now halfway through the workout. I want to say Mike and Brandy, yeah, they're now on the double unders as well, so they're halfway through the workout. Not really sure where the other teams are. Man, Brandy is crushing the transition. That
She's
actually
good.
does
She's
help.
smooth.
Going straight from the double unders by the board and getting down. Again, not that most people are going to do this for time, but that is a really good
Well,
way
I feel
to
like
stay
even
fast.
on the burpee portion, she dropped down, drew, and then just laid right down into
Yeah.
the burpee.
She's smart.
Not even waiting on Mike McGoldrick to hold her up.
You know, Perrin's arm movement's not near as bad as mine, but you can see that she comes
She's
back
starting
and
to
forth
jump
quite
more,
a bit.
yeah.
And Adam's the same way. His first couple were really good, and then as he got a little tired, you could see his arms kind of come up and then they flare back out.
Yeah.
I do
Half those
that.
look pretty good.
Yeah, Habdo's positions are pretty good.
Yeah.
Elbows are back. shoulders are rolled forward in that position. Like you can see the difference between both of them jumping now, like how Chris's shoulders are all the way back and then his elbows are flaring back, where Kyle's just stay kind of in that same position.
I feel like mine change based on the movement I'm doing before and after too.
Yeah.
Like if it's very shoulder intensive, I use my biceps even more because
It should be the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be the
But it's just
opposite.
like I feel like I can't move it any other way. So definitely one of those movements that's been tested in every open. If you're doing the open and you're not good or yours look like mine, that's something that you should be cleaning up.
They definitely should. It's an easy movement to practice. You can practice it whenever, and you can do a lot of it to like not mess you up.
Yeah.
Unless you're just double undering constantly, then you'll definitely destroy your calf and Achilles.
But you don't need to do a ton of reps. You can do a lot of drills first and then only
Speed
do a couple
balls,
hundred
drills, just getting used to controlling your wrist to do all the work. Like when I first started, I remember my wrist got tired before my shoulders, and that's when I knew I was like, okay, now I'm in like
doing them right.
Doing it right.
I have only felt that a few times when
I don't know
was
if
doing
I've
some
ever
of Molly's
felt my
drills.
wrist getting tired. Maybe
So
I need to
usually
work
my
on
wrist
that.
is what goes before my forearms or bicep do.
I did some of the speedball drills that Molly Metz had,
Yep.
and that was the only time that I really felt my wrist. Every other time I've done double unders, it's shoulders, triceps, biceps.
But it's also
everything
probably
else.
because your hands are in the right place and you're actually using your
exactly.
wrist. So they're back on the row for this is the third time, right?
That is correct.
Third and final time. Positions still look good.
Oh, no, there's
look
a fourth time.
See, look, the transition there, if you're trying to make up time, hand your partner the handle. You know, those little things.
Yeah, one of the things
Yeah.
we talked about is, hey, I'm going to hand you the handle. I was telling Kyle this, and then I'm going to grab the seat so you can sit down right away. But after
Good
a second,
communication.
the second row, we forgot that. So the last two, we were just all over the place. I almost missed the seat one time.
It is funny
wasn't
how you
great.
start to forget those things when you do get like the whole WOD brain where you do just forget like strategy and things you talked about. Yeah, we'll do this. And then you're in the middle, you're like, no, I'm not doing that. We're not going to do this.
Very
Oh,
true.
is this your first time drawing?
second time?
Okay.
Your plank was super flat.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
By super flat, I mean you were a triangle.
Sorry. Oh, I made a mistake.
Oh, the burpee
So
speed.
something for burpees is there's no tag in and out, so you really could do like threes back and forth
For sure.
if you're pretty redlined and need to recover.
Yeah, we said we wanted to do fives, and we kept fives. I thought about going threes to stay faster, but basically we did the first. You'll see we speed up after this set. We slowed down for like 15 or 20, and then as soon as the McGoldricks got in the burpees, we just sped it up. You can see I'm picking it up now. It's more of a race at this
Yeah,
point.
clearly Brandon's watching his competition.
Better believe it.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like if I was to do threes, I almost feel like it's worse because the break is
you
so
do get
fast.
shorter rests.
Because the
so-
rest just isn't actually then built into where you're like, oh, I get 15 seconds. It's like, no, I get 2.5 seconds.
Fives felt perfect because by the time I got to five, I was already tired, but I could keep the same speed the entire time. Whereas like if we even did 7 or 8, that would have been pretty tough.
More rowing.
Yeah, there's a lot of markers over here for these drawings, but I only see one color.
You know, we pulled out like 7 different colors, and I think we only used 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We just got lazy. We didn't pull the markers off. And, you know, John's in there saying, keep the caps on the markers. Don't let them dry out.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
he
it's
just got
important.
these new markers that are really nice.
Yeah,
It's like a
they are
different
nice.
brand than we've
I'll
ever
admit,
had.
that is one thing as a gym owner that is very annoying because
When they dry
Expo
out.
markers are so expensive.
Man, they are.
Just people push down on them, they flatten them out, or they leave them out, and then you can't use them.
Speaking of Expo markers, so our family was over the other day with our 2 nieces, and they all went upstairs to our new toy room.
Oh, boy.
And we were all just hanging out downstairs, and Jordan's like, what are they doing? I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. There's no markers up there. Well, we go up there like 15 minutes later. Sure enough, the whole pack of Expo markers that was in the drawer, they got them all out and drew all over the walls, all over the pillows in the room, everything. So it was
Gotta love
fantastic.
children. Gotta love them. Daxton's done that recently, more
Yeah.
so on everything.
Yesterday, Kinsley had a permanent marker, one of the
Oh, no.
Sharpies.
Oh, no.
Luckily, I got it before she drew on the wall because that would have sucked.
In your brand new house.
Yeah. Thanks, kids. Perrin's got a nice little pace with burpees. Tracy's moving well. Brandy, you can see again, she has that really wide stance. Both the McGoldricks do that. But again, it makes sense if you only have to touch your hands overhead. If you have to reach to a target, then you're shortening your base. Probably doesn't make sense.
And I mean, I think you're looking at 2 different.
Wow,
height.
look at this. Look at this plank by Brandy.
A split stance, slightly up.
Her hips are all the way up in the air. That's a good way to do it.
Chris still with some speed.
That's our new teammate.
I was about to say,
Let's
I'm so
go.
glad that he was recruited. When you guys originally said Chris, I thought you were talking about cameraman Chris. I was like, oh, he's gonna make a run. He's gonna make a run for us.
Chris is going for it. Could you imagine? Who would be our cameraman then? Who would do
He'll
all
film in the middle of it.
Who would
They're
do
not
any
going
of
to
the
put him
great
in.
stuff?
They're not going to put him in very often. So he'll be filming on the side. Oh,
Mike
what
said-
was
Mike
that?
said,
No,
just finish
I don't
it.
want to do it.
Finish it, Brandy, please. This happened to us on our last row. We both started falling apart.
Oh, I was wrong. That wasn't the final
Is this
row.
the last row?
This is
This
the
is the last row, yeah. So we have 75 cals and then 50 lunge steps in place. So your knee just has to touch the ground. You do need to come to extension at the top. I think most of us were skirting that though a little bit.
This is they're synchro, right?
Synchro, yeah.
We're going to say
synchro.
this is Christmas reps. So everybody's...
Christmas
You're
reps.
handing out some freebies to everybody. You're handing
Have
out
a little
some
fun.
presents.
Come on, once a year. We're about to start our open prep cycle in a couple weeks, so we want to have a fun workout before we start that.
So just don't try to cheat every movement, just some, if you're going to.
You get 2.
Yeah, you get 2 cheats.
So you can see here both Tracy and, well, Tracy's done with hers, but both Tracy and Perrin are really fast once they get their hips up, but they're both a little slow off the ground. This is typical for most female athletes in the sport, where if they can get a little bit faster, more explosive off the ground, there's such a huge separator with burpees. So that's something to think about, ladies, if you are trying to be a high-level athlete. Most men are pretty fast off the ground. That's not where it is. It's going back down to the ground that men lose time, but for the ladies, it's coming off the ground to the fully extended position.
Yeah, I think it varies on the workouts too, where this,
sure.
it's like, you know you're getting a break here shortly. Oh, there's the drawing with no
What
plank
in the
tray.
world?
Oh, man, let me get into a plank.
Hey,
for-
look, a little pseudo plank there.
There it was. Now we've witnessed it.
She had wad brain.
Yeah, it's okay. See, look, there's her Christmas present to
There's
herself.
her-
We're just
her
giving
cheat.
her 2 freebies. Yeah, I think based off of workouts, the foot position too on doing burpees, if it's bar facing or if it's to a 6-inch target or if it's just alone by itself, I think there's a lot of positions that you can learn from, but you need to know 17 different variations of a burpee that you need to resort to if it does go away or positions change.
For sure.
You need plans.
Yeah, plans for burpees.
That's, people always make fun of me when I say this, but that's why I think it's very similar to a sport like golf. Obviously, the effort is different, but you have to know.
Here we go.
You have to know like 15 or 20 different shots for any given, maybe 100 yards in or 150 yards in the rough, on the fairway, in the sand, whatever.
So if you always hit in the fairway,
That is
and
true.
just
That is
sink
true.
it every shot.
So interesting.
But the way that you even move your hands on a burpee changes. For me, if I'm doing a bar facing burpee, my hands are more narrow than if I'm doing a 6-inch touch burpee. There's a little things that I found that are more efficient, and that's why I can still keep up with someone that's a little bit more fit than me, just because I have these techniques that are using less effort per rep than someone else.
I think it even goes down to like rope climbs too. It's like you can do the J hook, but then you need to know how to do the S hook too, that when that's gone.
sure.
Like there's been times of the games where I've had to resort to the S hook because the J just was not cutting it anymore and I felt like I was falling back down. So being able to know those things even from a burpee standard. Ooh, I'm watching some, I don't know what these are over there.
Hey. These were extremely painful is what they were.
Oh, you had to do a half extra one.
Yeah, I did. Kyle crushed the entire workout, and then we fell apart on the lunges a little bit.
Yeah, but right now you knew you won already.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
you see, he keeps looking over at Mike. He was so pissed. Let's just zoom in on Kyle right now and watch him look over at the McGoldricks a couple of times. Look at Mike's face. He's like, oh, God, this hurts.
What is it, 50 at the end?
Yeah, 50 lunges, and it's just, one
Oh,
step. is
wow.
all. They're doing a,
Like a full
what is this? It's
Mike's going reverse,
and
Brandy's
she's
going forward.
We just kept switching in place. I'm doing the head grab again over there
Yeah,
at the far end.
getting ready. Sir, put your hands on your head.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Step towards the vehicle.
Are you guys done? Or you're resting?
No, yeah, I think we did 5s the entire time. I can't remember. Or maybe 10s. I don't know. We're almost there. We're at the end. Wow, look at this. It's getting bad.
Oh, final.
And you gotta add the eyebrows.
I did a great
And
job.
time.
21:15.
Yeah, so beat that, suckers.
And beat their snowman. Everyone will.
No. It
Yeah.
was so good.
Excuse me.
All right, so the McGoldricks will be next here, I believe. No one else is on their lunges. Ooh, hands on the hips for 1 rep. Back to switching arms.
Yeah, but they got some good extension happening at the top.
Yeah, they do a good job. There were a couple that were short like ours.
Yeah,
I'm not giving them compliments.
I'm going
It
to.
looks like he's trying to elbow her on every rep.
Get out of my way, Brandy.
It really does. Look at that. Mike, what are you doing?
Look at that face.
What?
Ow! Ow! We should do a full episode where we just say what we think that they're thinking. That'd be more fun.
All right, there's a Pierce by Mia.
22 minutes even for the McGoldricks, Who will be next?
It's a great question.
Maybe Perrin and Chris, or maybe the Rogers. Can't really tell here. I will say again, Chris, do you have anything on here where we can see the snowman at the end? All right, at the end you're gonna see him, and then we'll vote on those bad boys.
But we're not supposed to say who's or who, right?
No, you won't know. Well, you will know. I already said who's the best.
And you'll know whose is the worst.
Yeah, I don't think ours is the worst, I'm gonna be honest. Come on, Mia, you're just saying that. What do you mean?
If we go on a leaderboard and you guys win the workout and you get first, and then you get, what, how many couples are doing this? 5, right? And a fifth, so you average to a 6 overall. Or you add up to 6 points.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be enough for you guys to take first place.
It looks like the Rogers ended up in last place, so they would be tied with us.
I don't think they're in last, or are they?
Yeah, they haven't done their lunges yet, so they'll be first and fifth, so they'll have 6 points. And McGoldrick's got disqualified.
Oh, they are holding hands. Interesting strategy on
Perrin
the lunge.
said that he was picking her, that she needed him to lift her up.
I would be scared that
pretty
feet would
cute.
hit.
Well, I think they're alternating.
Look, their same leg is coming forward.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's an interesting technique. Wow, Payne. It looks like Adam's not having fun.
He's like, why did I sign up for this?
And as you can tell, Brandon and Kyle in the background are cooling down. Very important part of workouts.
That's right.
Cooling down. Is there a time cap on this?
We did not
No.
put one on it.
Just finish.
Have fun.
It's have some fun. If it's taking you more than 30 minutes, maybe call out time
No,
cap.
keep going.
Keep going, Mia says. All right, so Perrin and Chris will finish in 3rd place. They had a decent snowman. There are a couple of.
Ooh, they might take the win if their snowman
They
can
took a
rank
2
high
and a
enough.
2.
No, I don't think so. I mean, ours will
3,
definitely
they
be
would, have,
two.
they would have to get, if they get 2nd place in their snowman, they win. Which I don't think is
Tracy
impossible.
and Kyle in 4th place, and now Adam and Becky in a strong 5th place. But their snowman is pretty golden.
Wow.
That is pretty good.
So this is what you guys are
even
going to
better,
vote on
even better.
On Instagram. And this is 50%, or I guess you wouldn't say 50%. It's their 2nd score, and then you add them
50%.
up.
Wow, this one's missing a little thing on it. But not bad, not bad.
Good biceps.
Very,
Wow,
I
that's
like
good.
it. Okay.
Variety of colors.
Average.
don't let Brandon sway you.
Well, we
right
know who
now.
wrote Christmas on theirs.
Yeah.
See, but it adds a lot to it.
But that's cheating. All right, have fun.
Good luck.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Pata in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank's YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button. Let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Pata.